Welcome to the Mafia Minute. Today's November 3rd, 2023, but we're going to be throwing it back on this episode to November 3rd, 1983. Now, today we're going to be talking about Samuel Tamburrino, aka Sammy Tamburrino, who was a member of the Riccobene crime family, who was led by Harry the Hunchback Riccobene. In the early 1980s, Nicky Scarfo, the Don of the Philadelphia Mafia, wanted a percentage of Harry the Hunchback Riccobene's operation. But Harry the Hunchback refused, so Nicky Scarfo declared war, and it was a go for all Scarfo's soldiers to take out members of the Riccobene crew. Now, in November 1983, this would be the near end of the Scarfo-Riccobene War. It was not over yet, however. Keep in mind at this point that Frank Monte had already been killed by the Riccobenes, Salvi Testa had already been shot, so the Scarfos were angry and wanted to kill the Riccobenes badly. Scarfo and his killers were stalking the Riccobenes non-stop and wanted Robert Bobby Riccobene badly because both brothers Harry and Mario Riccobene were behind bars. But on November 3rd, 1983, they spotted Samuel Tamburrino, age 35, a member of the Riccobene faction. He was shot to death then in his variety store in southwest Philadelphia. According to informant Tommy Del Giorno, the murder was committed by Frank Iannarella, Philip Narducci, and Nicholas Milano on the orders from Philip Crazy Phil Leonetti. Now, in conducting my research, I couldn't find much on Sammy Tamburrino, but I was able to find out that he operated a variety store he had on the ground floor of his home, which he was shot to death in, which I just described in front of his mother, actually, who watched horrified. Also, I found out that Sammy was a big gambler back in the day. Can't find any other information. It was very scarce. What we do know is that he was fairly high ranking in power in the Riccobene faction because they wouldn't have killed him if he wasn't. Now, if anyone has any information on Sammy Tamburrino, please let me know in the comments so I can make it a more complete video about him. I feel like he deserves his own episode and is right. This is just a mini snapshot episode of his death. I think I could do a full-length episode that would be pretty good, but I just can't find any information on him. Also, something I wanted to note in the back of this video, I was saying Riccobene or Riccobene. I don't know actually how it's pronounced, so forgive me. But yeah, thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Mafia Minute. It was just a quick breakdown on event in history, and yeah, like, subscribe, comment. I'm out.